You spent 30 years at Merck. You've seen a number of vaccines successfully go from development to market. Your thoughts on this report that the White House is blocking the FDA from new vaccine guidelines because it will slow down the timeline. Does that raise some concerns about the safety and efficacy of a COVID-19 vaccine?
Yeah, so first, thanks for having me. And I don't think there will be any concerns with respect to the safety of a vaccine nor the efficacy. I mean, based on what I'm up to date on, several phase 3 clinical trials are currently ongoing. And just one example, Moderna has recruited and randomized 28,000 of the 30,000 patients they want to get into the phase 3 program. And almost 20,000 have gotten the second dose. So we are, in my opinion, very close to have an answer if we have a safe and effective vaccine, and I think we will.
But several of these vaccine candidates, Doctor, in development require a 2-dose regimen. I mean, does that create any logistical challenges since you have to make sure that the individual comes back for that second shot?
Yeah, obviously it would be highly preferred if we had a 1-dose vaccine. Moderna and Pfizer as well, is a 2-dose regimen. So that will create some challenges. And based on my experience, when you have to give more than 1 dose, you will always miss people that forget to come back or don't want to come back or experienced a little bit of adverse events during the first dose. Then, okay, I don't want the second dose. So that is a logistic challenge, definitely.
Logistics, Doctor, manufacturing, where I know many of the top vaccine candidates and the companies behind them have already begun that process. But even more so, we hear a lot about transport. Some of these will have to be transported at incredibly low temperatures. Is it a very difficult logistical puzzle to actually imagine getting this into the arms of billions of people? Yeah,
so I don't think it would be a huge challenge within the United States. But if you look at the global picture, I mean, there was some news, I think it was yesterday, where some airlines claimed that to get the vaccine globally distributed, it would mean 15,000 747s filled with vaccines. And, for most vaccines, you have to have a temperature control when you transport the vaccine. And that's sometimes a challenge as well. So it is a big logistic challenge.
We talk a lot about vaccines, and I know you have an expertise in them, but I'd love to get your sense as well, though, on the antivirals. The president obviously taking the monoclonal antibody cocktail from Regeneron. Merck has a small molecule antiviral that it's in phase 3 trials with. How important are those going to be in terms of combating the virus?
Yeah, so I think obviously the preferred approach is to vaccinate and prevent to get the disease. If that happens, I think it's obviously great to have a couple of options where you can treat patients that are seriously sick from this virus. And the more options you have, the better you are off. So I'm really encouraged by what we have seen, that we will see how it pans out in the longer term.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.